Hello, welcome to my videos on my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the Steelers' victory against the Vikings 24-21 today on Dublin, Ireland. Well, today the Steelers visited or traveled to Europe to play in Dublin, Ireland. The first game in a regular season in Dublin, in Ireland, and the Steelers, even that the difference was only three point difference, the Steelers had an easy game. They dominate the game from the beginning to the end, and they got the victory by 3 point difference, and they improved to a 3-1 record. Before this game, it was a very emotional game for the Steelers because remember that the Rooney family, the Steelers owner, emigrated from Ireland to USA in the last years of the 1800s. So it was a very emotional game, and it was a must game for the Steelers, right? So for that reason, the Steelers decide to be one of the. For that reason, the Steelers sacrifice one home game to play a game and to play in Ireland. And about the game, the Steelers dominate this game. It was more easier, that I expected because I expected better for the Vikings, especially in the defense side, but they couldn't compete against the Steelers until the fourth quarter. How I told you, it was an easy game where the Steelers were leading the game 14-3 in the halftime, where the Steelers should have been leading in the halftime by 14 point difference, but in the last minutes of the second half, the Vikings block a field goal from the Steelers, and after that they score a field goal, and the Steelers were leading the game 14-6 by only one possession game. And even that the Steelers dominance in the first half, the Vikings were in the fight to win that game. In the first half, the Steelers play a tremendous game because the Steelers had a 182 total yards, 147 by pass and 37 by run, and the Vikings in the halftime had a 165 total yards, 137 by pass, and only by 28 by run. So the Steelers defense was playing a tremendous game, and they had one interception. So in the second half, the Steelers scored another touchdown, and the Steelers increased the lead to a 24-6 difference in the end of the third quarter, where the Steelers were leading the game. No, 21-6 in the end of the third quarter. In the beginning of the fourth quarter, the Steelers scored a touchdown. They were leading the game 24-6 with less than 10 minutes to play, and in that moment the game was over, to be honest, because the Steelers were leading by three possession by 18 point difference, and it was very difficult that the Vikings could reduce the gap and win this game. But what happened? The Steelers in both units, in the offense and in the defense side, they relax a lot. The Vikings score a touchdown with a 2 points conversation, 2 points conversation, and in that moment the Vikings had reduced the game to a 10 point difference, 24-14. After that, the Steelers had a great offense drive. This offense drive led to the Vikings red zone in the 4 yards, where it was a fourth down, and Aaron Rodgers decided to play that to continue the offense and try to score a touchdown. And Mike Tomlin wanted to throw a field goal, and the Steelers had increased the lead to a two possession game, no, to a 13 point difference, and maybe it could be impossible for the Vikings. But Aaron Rodgers decided that he wanted to score a touchdown, but the play, it was a very bad decision because instead to pass, he decided to run the ball in the yard 4. I think this was a bad decision. The Vikings stopped the Steelers in the Vikings 4 yard, and after that the Vikings took advantage as the two corners from the Steelers got injured, so the bench corner started to play it, and the Vikings took advantage of that, and they scored. They made a 66 offense drive, and they scored a touchdown, and they reduced the game to a 3 point difference. After that, the Steelers recovered the onside kick. The Steelers had another offense, and the Steelers have a 4-and-1 opportunity to carry to run a 1 yard, but Mike Tomlin decided that he didn't want to risk, and he put the special team. and he kicked the ball. And after that, the Vikings had the last offense of the game. The Steelers defenses stopped them, and in the end, the Steelers won the game 24-21. But to be honest, it wasn't closer that like the result said. But because the Steelers, how I told you, were leading 24-6 in the beginning of the third quarter, they relaxed a lot. The Vikings took advantage of that, and they put emotion to the game. But the most important is that the Steelers won the game. They improved to a 3-1 record, and the Vikings fell to a 2-2 record. How I told you, the Steelers was the best game for the Steelers in all the season so far in the offense and the defense unities, where they had a 313 total yards, 182 by pass, and 131 by run. This has been the best game, because they ran for first time for more than 100 yards in a game in the season. The Vikings had 372 total yards, 302 by pass, and 70 by run. So the defense played a tremendous game. But how I told you, most of these yards were in the fourth quarter, when the Steelers relaxed is football. Also, another difference is that the Steelers had a 4 of 10 in the third down, and the defense did a great job, because they only allow 4 first downs in the third time. And about the interception, the Steelers had forced 2 turnovers. One that the TJ Watt, that it was converting in a touchdown, and another in the end of the game. So the best player in this game was Aaron Rodgers threw one touchdown, and the best player was Kenneth Gainwell, that he scored 2 touchdowns by a run, and he led the team to the victory. The Steelers in this moment, they are leading the AFC North with a 3-1 record. In this moment, they have played one more game for the Steelers. So, and the Vikings fell to a 2-2 record, and they are in this moment they're in the third place in the NFC North. So what's next? The next week the Steelers will have a bye week, so the Steelers are going to play until 2 weeks from now. Where in the week 6, the week 5 will be a bye for the Steelers, and the week 6 the Steelers will play until in 2 weeks from now. The week 6 the Steelers are going to receive the Cleveland Browns. The game is going to be playing the Acrisure Stadium in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This game is going to be playing the Sunday, October 12th, and 13 o'clock Eastern time. In this moment, the Browns are visiting the Detroit Lions and Detroit, and they are trailing 27 in the beginning of the third quarter. In this moment, the Browns are one of the worst teams in the league. They are in the bottom of the AFC North with a 1-2 record. So this is a divisional record. A divisional game. Remember, when there is a divisional game, the game is closer than the traditional game. So I think that the Steelers will have the advantage, because they will come from a bye week, and because they will have more preparation to this game. I think that the Steelers are going to win this game by 3 or 7 point difference, and the Steelers are going to win his 4th game of the season. So in this video, I talk about the first game that was played in Dublin, Ireland, in a regular season, where the Steelers defeated the Minnesota Vikings 24-21, and they improved to a 3-1 record. And how I told you, it was an emotional game from the Steelers owner, the Rooney families, where they come from Ireland, and the Steelers got the victory. The next week, the Steelers will have a bye, and they're going to return until 2 weeks from now, in the week 6, where they will play against the Browns. So I hope you like this video, and any comment or suggestion you can write me in any of my social media platforms. So see you next video. Chibra.